Good morning and welcome from Mainland Regional High School baseball field here in Linwood, New Jersey. It's the 10th annual Coaches versus Cancer 9 o'clock kickoff game brought to you by BFA Sports. And for BFA Sports, I'm Al Fisher. And my brother from another, Doug Stasic, will be joining us momentarily. But obviously we're trying to get things set up on a brisk spring morning. It does say spring on the calendar, but it definitely feels a little bit like winter this morning. We got the traditional Bridgeton Bulldogs taking on the Atlantic City Vikings. Bridgeton Bulldogs led by the 19-year veteran Mike Villela. And the Vikings head coach Brent Bean in his 10th season, ready to kick this game off. The festivities have already been done with the first pitches, honoring those who are fighting the dreaded disease known as cancer, and that's why we do this thing. And kudos to the Mainland baseball brothers and sisters for putting this together every year. They do a great job of gathering sponsors, setting up the field, getting the teams together. It's just one of those events that you have to be here to witness, and at BFA Sports we are absolutely pleased to be able to bring it to you on this live stream. Real quick, let's get some starting lineups as the coaches depart from home plate. First for the Bridgeton Bulldogs, leading off, Jorge Valentin playing shortstop. Marshawn Green behind the dish. Cameron Dunkel on the mound. He'll bat third. Jabril Bowman at first base batting fourth. Eric Torres batting fifth and playing third base, batting sixth. And playing second base, Armando Bravo Velasco, batting seventh. Dominic Ketterer playing in center field, batting eighth. In left field, Javier Reyes, and batting ninth. In right field, Luis Rivera. And for the home team Vikings, leading off, Anthony Torturo playing left field. Batting second, Drew Storr behind the dish, batting second. Batting third, Augustine Lynch. And if I did not say that right, it could be Augustin Lynch. I will be corrected at some point in the day. Playing shortstop. Batting fourth and playing center field, Matt Master. Batting fifth, and in right field, Jackson Barr. Batting sixth. And on the mound, Oldest Zapata. Batting seventh and playing third base, Jacob Downing. Batting eighth at first base, Nick Merlino. And batting last in the ninth hole, Brendan Cahill playing second base. Again on the mound is Oldest Zapata, Atlantic City Vikings. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a tradition between the Bridgeton Bulldogs and Atlantic City Vikings in this 10th annual Coaches versus Cancer. And once again, BFA Sports is absolutely proud to be able to bring this to you via live stream on BFA Live Sports on YouTube. In most cases, we can bring you the broadcast in at least 1080p, sometimes in 4K. Depending on our upload speed, so you can project that right on your TV screen and watch it on the, well, I would say 70-inch if everybody had a 70-inch TV, even a 55-inch in full color and clarity. All right, we're ready to play some baseball. Again, Oldest Zapata on the mound. First batter he will face is Jorge Valentin, playing shortstop. And the first pitch to Valentin. Swing and a miss. It looked like either a changeup or a breaking ball that dropped out of the zone. Nice pitch to start off this baseball game by Zapata. And the 0-1 pitch. A bit inside for a ball. It's now 1-1. And I could get myself in trouble right now, but I believe I'm joined now in the booth by my brother from another, Doug Stasic.
It's a beautiful day. I mean, any day that I get to sit next to you and we don't have to be 6 feet apart. It's like a Luke Bryan song. Or no, a Luke Combs song.
Yeah, you already butchered it. So great start by you.
We're out of there, man. This inning brought to you by Ernest & Sons Meat Market and Brigantine for all your hard cuts.
Yes, sir.
Go see our buddy Mel Cortolessa and the crew.
All right, here's the 2-1 pitch from Zapata. Swing and a miss on another nice pitch as it count evens up at 2-2.
Yeah, standout player for Atlantic City, Drew Storr, catcher behind the backstop there. He is absolutely a resource for Coach Bean.
Oh, nice pitch as he gets him swinging. Valentin goes down on strikes for the first out of this top of the first inning.
Well, it's a good start for the Atlantic City Vikings. You know, back to Storr. Found himself on the top 100 list at NJ.com for the preseason. Had himself a couple nice hits yesterday in Atlantic City's game, and that's why he's in the 2-hole in the lineup.
All right, Marshawn Green now at the plate. And again, Zapata, very effective with what's looked like to me maybe a changeup or a breaking ball, the way it's breaking out of the zone. Nice pitch there. So it's 0-1 to Marshawn Green. And the 0-1 pitch. A bit high for a ball. It's now 1-1.
Good patience here by the Bulldog batter, trying to get something going offensively bright and early on this fantastic Saturday morning.
Zapata winds, and that breaking pitch is inside for a ball. Count now moves to 2-1.
Yeah, I want to thank you for bringing me that coffee this morning. That was really nice of you.
Oh, yeah. I brought you the box of Joe.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch is ripped foul down the third base side.
I think you mean box of joke.
Yeah.
That's what you brought.
Yeah, I did. Bring the box of joke.
Yeah, you're quite the celebrity these days.
I am?
Yeah, you know. We're all here setting up at 7 o'clock, and you take a page out of Chris Losey's book, just kind of, you know, all the hard work is done. Dude, you even let my wife carry a folding table about 60 yards. I'll tell you, man.
I did. I told her to go get the folding table. I said, I didn't care. I'm a celebrity. I don't want to get anything underneath my nails. Go get the table. And that pitch is high for balls. It got away from Zapata just a bit. I believe the count now is 3-2 to Marshawn Green. I just got the confirmation from home plate umpire. And the 3-2 pitch. Low for a ball. He walked him. So Green draws a 1-out walk. That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Cameron Dunkel, who we'll see on the mound in the bottom half.
There is the aforementioned Cameron Dunkel.
Got the flow going, looking good. Look at those golden locks, man. A little curl to it. Looks like he means business. That first pitch is low and away for a ball.
Well, it was actually he was involved in one of your best calls of the year last year, right here at the Coaches vs. Cancer Classic.
I made a good call during the game.
He stole home.
Oh, that's right.
To win the game.
Oh, I lost my mind on that one. He's an aggressive base runner too. I like to watch him play the game. And that pitch is low and inside for a ball. Nice work by Storr behind the dish.
Well, the one thing you're going to see with this game here this morning, 9 a.m., both Coach Villela for Bridgeton and Coach Bean, Atlantic City, these dudes extract every ounce of fundamentals out of their guys. And most of them, they run the challenge of trying to teach the game at an elevated level to a lot of guys that haven't played a real long time. You know, like there's a couple of guys that now have been in the program. I mentioned Storr, but for the most part, every year they get a bunch of new faces. I know that Coach Bean was super excited this year. Had something like 40 kids come out for the program, which is one of the higher numbers that it's been in recent years. So, you know, seeing a program like Atlantic City here on the rise, and Coach Villela, don't sleep on him.
Oh, 19 years with Bridgeton. Talk about a great teacher, like you said. Great teacher of the game. Very organized, too. Nice pitch on the outside corner as the count moves to 3-2 to Dunkel. Again, a runner at first with 1 out. Full count to Cameron Dunkel. Zapata sets as he works out of the stretch, and the 3-2 pitch. Fouled back. Did you just get your 1,000 words in during that long dissertation? We could.
Yeah, I felt obligated.
4 score and 7 years ago.
Yeah, I felt obligated.
Hey,
you gotta
wait,
warm up a little bit.
Yeah, really? Okay. All right, once again, it's 3-2 to count to Cameron Dunkel. And the 3-2 pitch. Low it away as Green was going on the pitch. Would have stole that base easily, but it was a base on balls nonetheless. So now we have runners at first and second, and still only one out. And that'll bring up Jabril Bowman. Playing first base today and hitting out of the 4-hole. Green takes a nice lead at second.
Jabril's a big dude.
He sure is. That first pitch is over for a strike call. Zapata looking to find the groove again. As he retired the first batter, Jorge Valentin, on strikes. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big hack by Jabril Bowman. Now 0-2 to him.
Early opportunity in this game. Swing of the bat, scores a run here.
Green definitely a speedy runner at second base. As a base hit will more than likely not going to run, to your point. That ball's flared to the first base side. Now to play. Oh, just missed that van. Dangerous spot to be driving in today. First game of 4 today. We got a pretty strong slate to bring you here on BFA Sports.
I'm hoping they turn up the temperature a little bit.
Or cut down the wind. It's again Zapata. Wheels goes to second. They may have Green. They got him in a rundown.
There you go. There's one throw. There's two, and that's textbook.
Textbook is right. You stole the words right out of my mouth as I was saying it. Textbook rundown. Here it is again on the game changer replay. Green leaning just a little bit. Nice move by Zapata, by the way, to get him the throw over to second, and a nice execution there on the rundown for the second out of the inning.
Still going to leave Dunkel over there at first. He's looking a little bit runnerish.
Dunkel, there goes Dunkel, to your point. That one's fouled away once again by Bowman. So Dunkel will have to return to first base. He's got speed, this young man. Whew. Had a great jump on that pitch. Again, 0-2 to Jabril Bowman.
I'll give you the runner, Cam.
Oh, nice.
Partner.
All right, partner. That pitch is inside for a ball.
I feel like it's a bad cowboy, maybe. Actually.
Make a reference to play-by-play color analyst Steve Westcott likes to refer to his partner. Did a nice job yesterday.
Doctor.
And the 0-2 pitch, and there goes Dunkel again. He's going to get there safely without a throw. So now again, a runner in scoring position. Big spot for Jabril Bowman to put a run on the board early in this baseball game. Although he's down 0-2, time called by the home plate umpire. Change baseballs. Again, the count now 1-2 to Jabril Bowman. As he tries to capitalize on a golden opportunity for the Bridgeton Bulldogs here in the top of the first. Zapata sets, checks the runner, and he goes over to second base, and Dunkel gets back in plenty of time.
I feel like we're going to be eating lunch by the time his at-bat's done.
Don't talk about food with me. You should know that by now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside for a ball, just misses. It's now 2-2 to Jabril Bowman. Can we get those like those heat lamps that put on top of the deck here? So we're calling this one from the BFA Sports RK Chevrolet mobile trailer here, right?
Yeah, the mobile studio making its debut.
Well, he lost them on a base on ball, so the third walk given up by Zapata this inning. And number 2, Eric Torres, the third baseman, now steps to the plate with a runner at first and second and 2 out. First pitch to Torres. Over for a strike call. Bada checks the runner. Dunkel looking runnerish. Holds. That pitch is a bit low for a ball. It's now even at 1-1. Eric Torres, it's an infielder pitcher. The pitch to him is got a little bit away from Zapata. High for a ball. It's now 2-1. Torres in his senior year, 5'7", 165. As he wraps up his high school career here at Bridgeton Bulldogs High. There's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another nice pitch by Zapata. He's been around the strike zone most of the time, just missing the zone, but seems to be getting back in a rhythm now. Trying to work himself out of a jam here.
I just fill the zone with strikes. I mean, trust your defense, let these guys make plays, and looks like that's what he's. Here he is.
There goes Dunkel. Here's the throw. And he's safe on a close play. And here it is on the game changer instant replay. Great jump by Dunkel, as you see there from our center field camera. I got to tell you, who was the switcher on that? Because that's a great shot at third base.
Well, it's all the talent of Nick Penza. He's the camera guy. You got to give him all the credit.
Oh, we'll give it all to him. But
although they didn't take their headset, so they actually can't hear what we're saying.
Nice steal. It wasn't a double steal. As Bowman stays at – oh, actually, Bowman did get the second base on the throw. Do apologize for that misstatement. Oh, strike 3. Struck him out on the outside corner. Great pitch by Zapata as he works out of a jam. And that will end the top of the first. We will go to the bottom of the first. Your score 0-0 here on BFA Sports. Lifted deep to center field. That ball is carried. It could go, and it is out of here. Home run, Kyle Neareye.
What's going on? The pitch is
low,
what a pitch come on the wall.
Are you kidding me? And it is.
They're going to send a runner.
Here comes the runner. Oh, they're going to get him on a double play. Beautiful job.
And that one is skied. Deep. Gone.
Welcome back to Mainland Regional High School for the 10th annual Coaches versus Cancer. Cameron Duncan on the mound warms up for the Bridgeton Bulldogs. He'll face this lineup for the AC Vikings. Batting first, Anthony Torturo. Batting second, Drew Storr. Batting third and playing shortstop, Augustin Lynch. Someone's going to have to correct me on that one. Batting fourth, Matt Master. Batting fifth, Jackson Barr. Batting sixth, Oldest Zapata. Batting seventh, Jacob Downing. Batting eighth, Nick Merlino. And batting ninth, and playing second base, Brendan Cahill. Defensively for the Bulldogs, first base, Jabril Bowman. Second base, Armando Bravo Velasco. I like that name. At shortstop, Jorge Valentin. At third, Eric Torres. Left to right in the outfield, Javier Reyes. Dominic Ketterer in center, and Luis Rivera in right. Behind the dish is Marshawn Green, and once again on the mound, Cameron Dunkel. And leading off, Anthony Torturo, playing left field.
Well, let's see if the Vikings can make them pay for that missed opportunity. Played good defense. Now time to switch it up and swing the bats.
And the first pitch from Dunkel. Breaking ball, low and away for a ball. Again, you're watching the traditional Bridgeton Bulldogs versus the Atlantic City Vikings. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch from Dunkel. So I disappeared for a second. Went into a black hole there.
Wow, we missed you.
And another breaking pitch from Dunkel. Swing and a miss by Torturo. It's now 1-2. Bottom of the first, no runs on the board as Bridgeton failed to plate a couple of threatening situations. That one's tomahawk to the third base side and out of play foul. Count remains 1-2 to Anthony Torturo.
Yes, indeed. Good battle going on here early in this one.
And Torturo, once again, a little early on that breaking pitch, fouls that one off to the third base side, and that'll play.
Man, doing some yard work on this Saturday morning. There's all kinds of houses down that part of the street right where this field is.
You don't want to be mulching your front yard with these foul balls in this proximity to the field. That 1-2 pitch is low and away for a ball. 2-2 now to Torturo. That's a lot of T's there. 2-2 now to Torturo. Speaking of tea, it's so chilly, I need a hot tea. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nice pitch by Dunkel on the outside part of the plate for the first down to the bottom of the first.
Dunkel getting dirty as he's dealing this morning. A lot of D's.
A lot of D's. We got a lot of T's, a lot of D's. Now with one out, that'll bring up the catcher, Drew Storr.
If there's going to be a spark plug to ignite this offense, my money is on Drew Storr.
The first pitch from Dunkel. Ripped the left field for a base hit. As Storr sat back and waited on that breaking pitch and lined it to left field for a single.
All I got to say is, did I tell you or did I tell you?
You did on the first pitch. Stayed back nice. Hands through the baseball. Nice piece of hitting by Drew Storr. So he's at first with one out. That'll bring up Augustin Lynch as I give multiple variations. Someone's got to go on the BFA Live Sports YouTube feed and correct me. I believe I might have missed there's probably a balk there.
Yeah, there was. Storr caught him kind of off guard a little bit, and as a result, Dunkel jumped, and now he gets a free pass to second base.
All right, so now a runner in scoring position with only one out. Dunkel delivers and over for a strike call. Nice pitch by Dunkel to Augustine Lynch. I'm going to stick with Augustine. 0-1 the count. You see Drew Storr taking his lead at second.
That's from the 60-second for Premier. I think it's a 60-second for Premier. Now it goes on time to shut the computer off.
That pitch is popped up. First base side. Jabril Bowman. Oh, no, it dropped safely. They might have lost that one in the wind. That ball's got to be moving a lot. Here it is on the Game Changer instant replay.
Yeah, a little bit of a challenge communication-wise, and then with the wind. A lethal combination on an April Saturday morning.
Yeah, Armando Bravo Velasco was underneath it, but it was almost like he lost it with the wind up there because the wind is blowing pretty brisk today. Coming from the first base to actually going to left, right straight out to left field. Swing and a miss by Matt Master. The first offering from Dunkel. How do we call that if there's no leather on that? That's got to be a single. I'll let you make the call on that one. You get to be the bad guy.
I think that's an E4.
E4?
I would put it in the book as an E4.
Don't you have to? There goes the runner. Here's the throw to third. Not in time. And Storr showing the speed for a catcher on the base pass.
Good first jump there by Storr. It was a great read and an easy swipe bag. But for a catcher, guy with wheels, interesting combination.
Lynch advances the second base on the throw. Now runners at second and third. And only one out. And a big spot for Matt Master. Hitting out of the 4-hole. Oh, just missed. Nice pitch by Dunkel. A little bit low and away.
In the nightcap last night, had the thriller, the walk-off come from behind win for the hosts, the Mainland Mustangs over Clearview.
Yeah, Christian Elliott coming up big. There's a ball lifted to left field, hit fairly deep, taking the left fielder back. That falls for a base hit. One run will score. Here comes Lynch. He's going to score. And Matt Master puts a charge into that one, a deep left field for a stand-up double.
Yeah, absolutely lasered it into left. And that is exactly how you answer the bell. You check it out on the Game Changer replay. I mean, look at this swing.
Jumped on that. That ball kept drifting and drifting to deep left as you see it falls over Javier Reyes' head for a 2-run double. That'll bring up Jackson Barr. So they throw to second base, not in time to get Master. So 2 runs across for Atlantic City here in the bottom of the first inning. Still looking to do some damage with a runner at second base and only one out. That pitch from Dunkel's a bit inside for a ball.
You can hear Coach Bean barking out.
And boy, was he barking it out.
Some
we know the call.
Signs. So they use the number system in Atlantic City.
Nice pitch by Dunkel on that breaking pitch. It hits the inside corner for a strike call. I believe the count is now 1-1.
There is Coach Bean. He was saying yesterday their game was like 25-mile-an-hour winds, just steady blowing over there in Atlantic City. He says he came in when he got home and said to his wife, his wife said, "Hey, you look really sunburned." He's like, no, that's windburn. He's like, no sun to be had. It was cold. It was cloudy.
Legendary Coach Ryder, who did the color commentating in game number 1 yesterday, was making a reference to the wind. I think you guys were calling it, were you saying it was blustery?
Blustery.
Blustery.
Blustery,
yeah. He thought that was a $5 word.
Well, you know, Coach, he has a lot to say.
That pitch just missed for a ball. It's now 2-1 to Jackson Barr. Swing and a miss.
I think that was a dirty pitch.
That was a pitch. It was actually 2-2, so do apologize. He goes down swinging for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Coach. I think Coach was upset with me last night because like normal, I get into the zone. I don't think I fed him yesterday, so we left at like 1, and by the time we got home, it was probably, I don't know, 11:30. I don't think he was too happy.
Blood sugar levels a little off as Dunkel goes to second base.
Here's an umpire that's not used to working games.
Nick Pence is going to say, hey, can you
TV.
take a step a little bit
Nick
to your
Pence,
left or right?
Come on, man.
Come on, Nick.
Show some managerial courage. Get in there.
Zapata at the plate right now. There goes the runner. He rips that one to right field for a base hit. Here comes Master as he rounds third, and he will score. And Zapata helps himself out with a line drive, single to right field, knocking in the third run of the inning. Here's again on the game changer instant replay. Goes the opposite way, goes to the pitch nicely. Right fielder Rivera had a little bit of a challenge, but I don't think they would have gotten Master coming from second base as he was running on the pitch. And 3 runs across. And still 2 outs here in the bottom of the first for the Vikings as Jacob Downing steps to the plate. And that breaking pitch, first offering is over for a strike call. Atlantic City coming out, firing all cylinders here at the bottom of the first. That one's chopped to third. Here's the throw to first. And they get him by a couple of strides. But not before the Vikings. Plate 3 in the bottom of the first. We'll take you out with this instant replay. The Vikings leading 3-0 here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Trina Lisko, a provider here at Premier Orthopedic Associates. I love that we get to watch these athletes play again. There is nothing better than being able to participate in an activity that you love. However, I know that COVID has us all a little less active than we would like, especially if weather conditions don't allow us to get outside and we've been restricted from the gym. Now is the time to consider some cross-training. Consider body-weighted activities, which are my favorite. Do timed interval repetitions with a little rest in between to help keep your heart rate up and activate your cardiovascular system. We can all stay healthy and active during this time. Remember to start slow and work technique before progressing to higher repetitions. Slow and steady will do the job.
Welcome back to Mainland Regional Baseball Field in Linwood, New Jersey. Once again for the 10th annual Coaches versus Cancers. We move to the top of the second inning. And Armando Bravo Velasco faces Oldest Zapata, who helped himself out. Zapata, that is, in the bottom of the first inning with a line drive single to right field. And that pitch is over for a strike call. Evens up at 1-1. To Bravo Velasco. Talk about a cool name, Armando Bravo Velasco. Swing and a miss. Another nice pitch by Zapata. He's got some good off speed and breaking stuff today. Worked himself out of a little bit of a jam in the top of the first inning. Got 2 runners on board in scoring position. Only to catch Marshawn Green in a rundown, caught stealing, and then struck out Eric Torres. And the threat. Zapata winds, and that pitch is a bit wide for a ball. 2-1 now to Bravo Velasco. Sorry, it's now 3-1. And that 3-1 pitch is tight. And that's a base on balls for Velasco. He leads the top of the second inning with a walk. Center fielder Dominic Ketterer now steps to the plate with nobody out and a runner at first, as he faces oldest Zapata. That first pitch bounces up there as Bravo Velasco retreated to first base and did not go on the pitch. It is a short backstop here at Mainland Regional High School, so pretty smart move on Bravo Velasco's part not to break the second. Time call by the home plate umpire, I believe, by Ketterer. Here's the pitch. Just a bit high for a ball. Count now goes to 2-0 to Ketterer. Time is called by Drew Storr. Great veteran move there by Storr to settle down his pitcher. There he is. You can see a great shot there. Look at good leadership right there by Storr.
That's what you want out of your captain. You know, he's the guy that needs to settle things down, make sure everybody's on the same page. And more importantly, before you let it kind of get out of hand, right? Like kind of tie it in. Like, hey, just settle down. We're good. Let's make it happen.
I mean, you're talking about a situation with only a runner at first and nobody out. He sees that his pitcher's getting a little bit, I don't want to say out of control, but he's not pounding the zone. And Zapata's been around the zone, but he's found himself kind of getting out of it once in a while. But good opportunity there for Storr to have a conversation with his pitcher. And we get back to baseball in the 2-0 pitch. Fastball high for a ball. It's now 3-0 to Dominic Ketterer. Zapata's going to have to battle back not to put the first two runners on board, and he does lose them on 4 pitches. So Ketterer gets a base on balls now with runners at first and second and nobody out, as the Bulldogs look to put a little pressure on Zapata. As Javier Reyes, the left fielder, comes to the plate. See, we play a little small ball here by Coach Mike Villela.
You're reading my mind. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever.
Throw to second base. As Zapata likes to make that, as you called it, what we used to call it, the swinging gate move, if you will.
Yep. The swinging gate or the inside gate, is that like to be called?
Just not Watergate.
Nah, not
okay.
that.
All right. Let's make sure there. Here's the first pitch to Reyes. Zapata winds. And he gets it with a strike call with a fastball pounding the zone. Oh, 1 to count to Javier Reyes. It's a good shot.
Side-by-side action. So you see the runner and the combo of the pitcher and the batter. And there it is. Thought about it.
I did think about it. Decided to hold. I believe that pitch missed the mark. It's now 1-1 to Reyes. As he looks to make something happen here in the top of the second inning. And a 1-1 pitch. Low and away for a ball. It's now 2-1. Very brisk Saturday morning here at Mainland Regional High School. Wind blowing out the left field as we saw last half inning. Swing and a miss. He chases one out of the zone and he goes down swinging.
Oh, nice job there. Responding, conversation with your coach and your catcher, and then to get the big out in a game where it seems to be runs are going to be a premium.
Zapata does not look like he's very much composed, very much in control on the mound. No emotions. That nice breaking pitch on the hands. His first pitch delivered to Luis Rivera as he swings and misses. Count goes to 0-1. Runner at second in Bravo Velasco. Runner at first in Ketterer. That 0-1 pitch is low and away for a ball. It's now 1-1. Rivera playing right field, hitting it at a 9-hole, looking to do some damage as once again Zapata goes to second base, but not in time to catch Bravo Velasco. Zapata checks the runner. And the 1-1 pitch. Ball pounded softly to third. Going to first base. They get him as Rivera tries to slide into first base. And the runners do advance to second and third base on the ground out. 5-3.
A good productive out. Simple as that. Put the ball in play, good things will happen. Runner moves up 90 feet away from getting a chance to get on the scoreboard here for the Bulldogs.
Jacob Downey making that nice play over at third base. So now with 2 outs after that 5-3 put out, we'll go to the top of the order with Jorge Valentin. He takes a big cut with a swing and a miss to go 0-1. Zapata, his defense helping him out, helping himself out in the mound by striking out Javier Reyes, the batter before. That one's pounded fouled on the third base side. Zapata walked the first 2 batters. Got Reyes to strike out, swinging. And Luis Rivera to ground out 5-3. So now with 2 outs, he may work himself out of another jam. That pitch gets away from him. Runners do not advance. Ketterer, I should say, forgot there was a runner at third base for a moment there. Got almost 3/4 way to third as he had to retreat back to second base. But again, a big spot here for Valentin. Top of the order. Strike 3. Struck him out looking as Zapata once again finishes off the inning with the batter striking out, looking at the 3rd strike, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits. No errors in 2 left. We will go to the bottom of the second with your score 3-0. Atlantic City here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back to the 10th annual Coaches versus Cancer here at Mainland Regional High School. I want to thank some of our sponsors for today's event. Bunting Family Pharmacy, Ken Adams Oil. Prep Baseball Report. Heavy hitters. Calvi Electric. And Harrison Beverage. Just to name a few, and we'll continue to mention the great support by these sponsors throughout the baseball game as we move to the bottom of the second inning. And leading off the bottom half is Nick Merlino. Merlino playing first base for the Vikings. Looks to get something started against Cameron Dunkel as he hits that one right back to him on a humpback liner, and Dunkel makes the put out. Great reflexes there by Cameron Dunkel on the humpback liner by Nick Merlino. And with one out, that'll bring out the second baseman, Brendan Cahill. And first pitch to Cahill. A little bit low and away for a ball. Again, we are in game number 3, or game number 1, day 2, however you want to put it.
So going to 2.
The Bridgeton Bulldogs taking on the Atlantic City Vikings as that one's pounded softly to the third base side. Foul. But in game number 1 yesterday, Delsea Regional defeated Cherry Hill East, led by the man on the mound, Angelo Del Pazzo. He got it done, putting 6 strong innings of 1-run baseball. George Starr came in to clean it up. Again, the regional wins 5-2. That ball's pounded to short. Across the diamond they go, and not in time as Cahill beats that one out. Valentine had a long throw from deep short. So Cahill gets an infield single. And as Cahill had that one beat out by a couple of strides, and that will bring up Anthony Torturo as we move back to the top of the lineup. In a 3-0 ball game favored by the Vikings. And that first pitch is over for a strike call, I believe. Dunkel sets, and a nice breaking ball as Tortoro swings through it for a strike. And the count is 0-2 to Anthony Tortoro. Tortoro struck out swinging his last time up back in the first inning. I say back in the first, it was only last half. Swing and a miss, and there goes a runner, not in time to get Brendan Cahill at second. So now a runner in scoring position in Brendan Cahill. Just shot him at second base. Third base umpire getting in the way a little bit there. It's Torturo. Takes that pitch low for a ball, and the count evens up at 2-2 to him. So Vikings look to continue to put the pressure on the Bridgeton Bulldogs. That one's ripped to the third base side, but foul. Count remains 2-2 to Anthony Torturo. Drew Storr waiting on deck, who had got the inning started off. Line drive single to left. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, nice pitch. He got him swinging. Drop third strike, throw over to first, and the runner will advance to third in Cahill. So now with 2 outs after Torturo's second strikeout. That'll bring up the sweet swinging Drew Storr hitting out of the 2-hole. Again, Drew Storr got things started in the the bottom of the first inning. Got the rally started for the Vikings. He scored on the double by Matt Master. And the first pitch is a nice breaking ball by by Cameron Dunkel, over for a strike call. And the 0-1 pitch. Hard ground ball to hole, base hit. That'll knock in another run as Cahill crosses the plate for the 4th run of the game for Atlantic City. And it's now a 4-0 ball game. And Drew Storr stays hot as he's 2 for 2 and now with an RBI. So now it's Storr at first. That'll bring up Augustine Lynch, who also had a single of his own last time up. Lynch had a single, and again, he scored on the Matt Master double last half inning, or I should say last inning. That first pitch is high inside for a ball. Runner at first base and Drew Storr. And they go over to first base, not in time to get him. Dunkel has his mind on Storr. Storr has a lot of speed. Runs the base as well. So Dunkel showing the respect he deserves. Dunkel sets, and the 1-0 pitch is inside for a ball. It's now 2-0. You can hear that wind whipping down here in Linwood. I'd say it's a bit brisk. And the 2-0 pitch is inside for a ball. It's now 3-0. Augustine Lynch. Dunkel has some good stuff when he's hitting the zone. Got a good break on his breaking ball, nice changeup. He looks to work his way out of this threat here in the bottom of the second. And he walked him on 4 pitches. So Augustine Lynch draws a walk. And that'll bring up number 1, the center fielder, the man of the hour, Matt Master. What a 2 RBI double his last time up. And looking to continue to do some damage here for the Atlantic City Vikings. Here's the first pitch, and I believe not. That just went off the glove. Here's the throw to third, not in time. That one got away from Marshawn Green. And the runners advance to second and third, which towards the force out at any bag. So it'll be up to mano-a-mano between Dunkel and Matt Master to get the final out of this second inning. Dunkel steps off and now goes to the windup as opposed to the stretch. And the pitch. High and tight for a ball. It's now 2-0. I want to thank Premier Orthopedic Associates being a sponsor of today's 10th annual Coaches vs. Cancer. And that 2-0 pitch hits the mark on the inside corner for a strike call. It's now 2-1. It's Cameron Dunkel looks to work his way out of a jam. Already given up a run this inning. Runners at second and third. And that pitch is over for a strike call. And the count now evens up at 2-2 to Matt Master, who was very aggressive his last time up. Took the first pitch from Dunkel and ripped it to deep left field. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. Struck him out looking on the outside corner. As Master goes down looking, and Dunkel works himself out of a deep threat. That will end the inning, but not before. The Vikings put 1 on the board with 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We will go to the top. The top of the third. Your score 4-0 here on BFA.
And welcome back. More Coaches versus Cancer baseball here on BFA Sports. As Zapata continues to go to work here in the top of the third inning. Fouls that offering off. And it is the catcher, Green. Zapata got himself out of a jam in the last frame, but able to get right back into the swing of things, no pun intended. That ball misses up and out of the zone. I believe it'll now be a 2-1 count. Make that was 3-1, so that's ball 4. So Green leading things off here in the top of the third with the walk. Cameron Dunkel is your next batter here in the frame. Also the starting pitcher today for the Bulldogs. Zapata fires. The first pitch misses away for a ball. It'll be 1-0. His 58th pitch of the ball game. For those of you watching on the Game Changer app, called strike now. Evens the count at 1-1. Alex Trezza and the Game Changer crew in the house. And you can watch, if you're watching our BFA Live Sports YouTube channel, you can switch over to Game Changer, watch in real time. So it's gc.com, free membership for this week. Get stats, highlights, and more. Just got to follow your favorite team. So today, go follow Atlantic City Vikings. As the runner goes, Green going to swipe the bag at second. Store's throw not in time. He decided to get the ball back to his pitcher, Zapata, instead of going at him. But again, take advantage. A Coaches versus Cancer perk offered by our friends at Game Changer. Ball is up and out of the zone for ball number 4. So Dunkel makes his way back down to first base, his second walk of the morning. Green over there at second base. And Bridgeton threatening early in this one. So moving right along in the batting order. Now we head to Jabril. Jabril Bauman, that is. That ball hits the dirt, and Green, he's going to head for third. Slide, and he's called safe. So nice look as you check out the Game Changer replay. Store quick to get the ball and get it down to third base. And Green with some nifty sliding, able to get right in there. Now runners at second and third. Tough pitch to handle there for Store. Ended up short of the plate. That ball is up and out of the zone. Look down at third base. There is Coach Mike Villela of the Bridgeton Bulldogs. And another pitch from Zapata. Falls a bit short, but a nice job on the receiving end by Store to keep it in front. And then Bauman looking to do some bashing. 2-0 count now. Zapata's third pitch drops for a ball. Got to wonder here. Make that ball 4, that is. Got to wonder if Coach Bean might be thinking about making a change as Zapata looks like he's starting to labor just a little bit. And Storr going to take the mask off and take a jawn out to the mound. And there is Coach Brent Bean. And he is going to call to the bullpen. And the day is done for Zapata, but he's got to be happy with this outing, as just a real nice job of keeping his composure, even with runners out there on base. Bridgeton can be a bit pesky trying to get the attention of the pitcher, but he handled it quite well. But the change nonetheless. So we're going to have a new arm here. And changing things up. Going to number 8. And that's going to be Vince Conroy. Conroy in relief. So Conroy in relief, and want to thank everyone for tuning in to Coaches versus Cancer here on BFA Sports. Opportunity to make a donation with the frame that we'll show you on the screen here in just a second. So you can scan the bottom right-hand corner. Takes you right to Venmo, or you can go directly to Venmo, and it's Mainland Baseball -CVC. Talk a little bit more about our sponsors throughout the day, but a couple of the Grand Slam sponsors are the Bunning Family Pharmacy, our friends at the Prep Baseball Report, the Baseball Performance Center, 220, second to none, Johnny Monell Jr. and his crew. He's on vacation, I believe, right now this week, so hopefully he's watching us broadcast from somewhere nice and warm, along with several others. But again, I want to thank everybody for their support of Coaches versus Cancer. The 11th event, the 10th one that we're playing because of that pesky COVID that was able to take a year from us. All right, so starting things off in the bottom of, I'm sorry, as we resume the top of the inning, it is going to be Torres. And that pitch is in and up out of the zone from Conroy. Quickly now making it a 3-0 count. So 3 balls, no strikes. Conroy, the new pitcher, in here in the top of the third, in relief after giving way to, I should say, after relieving Zapata. And there's a nice pitch in the zone. A little bit of a sweeping breaking ball. It's trying to keep Bridgeton right where they're at. And that, the base is loaded. Big opportunity here for Torres. That ball misses inside, and now a 3-1 count. And that ball hammered into the left side, but right at the shortstop, is putting the squeeze on, is number 28.
Hi, I'm back.
That's good. Glad to have you back.
After spanning the globe.
All right.
That ball was nice play by Augustine Lynch there at shortstop to get the first out of the inning. And that pitch is on the outside corner for a strike call to Armando Bravo Velasco, who walked his last time up. Bases juiced, 1 out. Big spot here for Bravo Velasco. That one's over for a strike call.
Yeah, Conroy seems to be a little bit comfortable now. Loose after facing that first batter. Defense backs him up on the hard hit line drive.
And that breaking pitch is inside and low for a ball.
3/4 arm slot delivery, so it has that sweeping effect.
So how'd you hold things down while I had to go take a trek?
Well,
all right.
As Mike Gill would say, it's difficult to call a baseball game when you don't have a book.
Yeah.
So,
my book is here. Sorry. It was only 3.5 feet away from me.
well, listen, man, I know you had business to take care of.
I had to take care of business. Swing and a miss by Velasco as he go down swinging. Should say he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning.
A little bit of ice in the veins on this chilly Saturday morning for Conroy. Able to keep his composure. Comes in, no outs, bases loaded. Now he's got 2, and they're just 1 out away from keeping the Bulldogs still off the scoreboard. And looks like we got a courtesy runner in number 17 over at third. Or is that a pinch runner? Might be Valella. Something up his sleeve trying to steal a base here. You know how much he likes to steal home.
If it's number 17, that would be Jackson Barry.
Coach Valella still nonstop coaching.
I'm sorry, not Jackson Barry. That would be Dwayne Small. Let's make sure we make that correction. It's Vincent Conroy looking to get out of the threat here in the top of the third inning. And that pitch is inside and low for a ball. Now 2-1 to Dominic Ketterer, who walked his last time up. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Conroy. Little humpback liner, base hit the center field. 1 run will score. Here comes a second. He gets by the center fielder.
Oh, my. That's
we've got runners going around the bases. Here comes Jabril Bowman. And they're not going to get him. A 3-run single. And the error in center field. Plates 3 for Bridgeton.
Well, you got to say that's the game-changer play of the game because it just changed everything. I mean, look at this ball. Right up the middle, good base knock. It's going to get 1 no matter what. And then somehow it just had eyes and gets underneath the glove of the center fielder.
Yeah, Matt Master, who had a big hit for the Vikings early in this game, just overran that ball in center field. And it was a tough error on his own. That got 3 runners across. So we now have ourselves a baseball game there, partner. My brother from another.
Well, I'm glad you just were able to cut your conference call short and rejoin us in the middle of the inning. You wouldn't miss all the action.
My conference call?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was glad I could make that call. Not as good as probably Mike Gill would make that call, but, obviously I'm trying to earn my stripes.
I thought maybe you were calling a plumber. I heard you had some issues over at the house.
Well, listen, the facilities are not exactly in proximity to our mobile studios. That one's foul down the third. Oh, no. I thought it was fair for a moment there, but it was foul down the third base side. And Javier Reyes, after that big single, 3-run single by Dominic Ketterer. That was fouled at the plate. Count now 2-2 to Reyes. Three runs on, well, actually I wasn't here for the early part where Eddie hits and they helped me out here, partner. You were calling it while I was gone. You're rolling your eyes. I'm sorry, nature called. And it was a long walk with a bad wheel for me.
Here, I got to take a timeout in the middle of this game. I need you to pick up, do a couple
I was
more
gonna bring-
things, and then
you know, we
I'm not
have
going to give you a book or
we have
anything
we
else.
have a facility only 10 feet away. But you know, I don't want to have to go. That's all right. We're good. We're not gonna get too graphic.
Please,
It's all right.
spare us from people getting
I'm over here
sick.
looking like Hopalong Cassidy, hobbling all the way around the field. Anyway, back to baseball. So we got a big moment here in the top of the third.
Oh, nice
Gets up
pitch
looking.
by Conroy.
Man, Conroy only gives up 1 single, but 3 runs. Not on his line, but he gave the big hit. Knocks in 3. It's 4-3. We move to the bottom of the third here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back as we now have ourselves a barn burner right now here at Mainland Regional High School for the 10th annual Coaches versus Cancer. As Bridgeton plates 3 in the top of the third inning after Atlantic City looked like they were in the driver's seat. Cameron Dunkel back on the mound now that he only has a one-run deficit. Has done a nice job for the most part. Keeping batters off balance with his breaking ball and changeup. The first batter he will face is Jackson Barr, followed by Oldest Zapata, and then Jacob Downing. Again, Jackson Barr, who struck out back in the first inning, leads this one off. As he faces Cameron Dunkel. And that first pitch catches the outside corner for a strike call. Nice way for Dunkel to start off this bottom of the third. And he 1 pitch. Fouled at the plate. That looked like that might have caught Marshawn Green a little. He looks to shake that one off. The umpire does the obligatory walk out to the pitcher's mound. So Green can get his faculties back together. Vikings got out to a fast start with 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Picked up another run in the bottom of the second. Holding a 4-0 lead, but Bridgeton comes storming back at the top of the third. Vikings now look to answer back. The 0-2 pitch. Low and away for a ball. One and 2 to count to Jackson Barr. Dunkel winds in the 1-2 pitch. Just a little low and away for a ball. It's now even at 2-2. And a 2-2 pitch. There's a ball lifted to left field, down the third base side, and out of play. Barr got around that one really well, but drove it foul. Again, we're in game number 3, or game number 1 on Saturday, game 3 for this tournament. Swing and a miss, he struck him out as Jackson Barr goes down swinging for the first out. And that's big for Cameron Dunkel to get the first out of this inning with the dangerous Atlantic City Vikings offense. That'll bring up Aldous Zapata, who was lifted for Vince Conroy back in the top of the 3rd. And the first pitch to him. It's flared to the right side and out of play. And big game last night, as you mentioned, my brother from another, as the Mainland Mustangs come storming back. Down 8-3 in the 6th. Put up 2 in the 6th to go to 8-5, and then a walk-off by Christian Elliott in exciting fashion. This Mustangs cap a comeback like they did the year prior.
Yeah, it was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal baseball last night.
Swing and a miss by Zapata. Count now 1-2 to him, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Dunkel winds in the 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back as Zapata had a nice cut at it. But the count remains 1-2. Zapata singled back in the 1st inning. He is 1 for 1 today. And a 1-2 pitch. Bounces up there for a ball. It's now 2-2. And a 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Second baseman Armando Bravo Velasco makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. So that's a pop out to second base for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up 3rd baseman, number 4, Jacob Downing, who struck out last time up. I want to remind everybody, following this game, we have a big game against Cherokee and Holy Spirit. Mr. Mike Gill of 97.3 ESPN and Mike McGarry, Atlantic City Press, will be calling that one. Along with my brother from another, Doug Stasic.
We're trying to try some new things out this weekend. Game changer, you and I were talking to Alex Trezza before the game, and the fact that, you know, Mike Gill has done some things with us for quite some time, and a big South Jersey baseball fan, an alum of Mainland High School. But then, of course, I mean, Michael McGarry, he's got legendary status.
Sure does.
Covering high school sports. So we had connected with Mike, and he was gracious enough to say, I'd love to do something like that. So
looking forward to hearing him on BFA today. There's the ball fouled at the plate by Jacob Downing. Count is not 2-2 to Jacob Downing. I believe the count is 1-1. We'll wait for home plate umpire to give us a signal on the next pitch. That pitch hangs up there out of the zone for a ball. Count goes to 2-2. Good shot from our center field camera, getting the home plate umpires. Swing and a miss by Jacob Downing. He goes down swinging to end the inning, so no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Cameron Dunkel gets a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the Top of the fourth with your score 4-3. Atlantic City leading here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Trina Lisko, a provider here at Premier Orthopedic Associates. I love that we get to watch these athletes play again. There is nothing better than being able to participate in an activity that you love. However, I know that COVID has us all a little less active than we would like, especially if weather conditions don't allow us to get outside and we've been restricted from the gym. Now is the time to consider some cross-training. Consider body-weighted activities, which are my favorite. Do timed interval repetitions with a little rest in between to help keep your heart rate up and activate your cardiovascular system. We can all stay healthy and active during this time. Remember to start slow and work technique before progressing to higher repetitions. Slow and steady will do the job.
All right, welcome back as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Atlantic City Vikings holding a 4-3 lead, and Vince Conroy back on the mound as that pitch hit the batter. I believe that's Luis Rivera leading off the top of the fourth. Actually, that's Jorge Valentin. That'll bring up Marshawn Green with a runner at first and nobody out after the hit batsman. Conroy definitely did not want to start it off that way, but he does start off Green with a strike call. Nice breaking pitch by Green. I'm sorry, by Conroy, I should say. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's now 0-2. Conroy will not beat you by overpowering you, but he definitely has a nice sweeping breaking ball to my brother from another Doug Stasic made reference to earlier. He's got some good stuff. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Here's the throw to second. Not in time as it goes out to center field. Valentin will make his way to third base on the overthrow. We've got a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and here it is again on the Game Changer instant replay. Nice breaking pitch by Conroy. Valentin with a great jump, had it beat. And there he goes, scampering to third base. A little small ball will make something happen here. As Cameron Dunkel now steps to the plate as Marshawn Green went down looking. But great base running by Jorge Valentin. Dunkel has a great opportunity here to help himself out, down one run. And a runner only 90 feet away from scoring. That one bounces up there. Nice pick by Drew Storr behind the dish. The runner does not advance. Good shot from first base. That one gets away. No advance by the runner. There we go. Dunkel now in a great spot. Timeout called by home plate umpire. Don't know what that timeout's for at this moment. Have no idea why he called timeout, but Dunkel now making his way back into the batter's box in a big spot. And they sent him over to first base with the intentional walk as no pitch was thrown. So now runners at first and third and only one out. That'll bring up Jabril Bowman. Walked back into first and scored back in the third on that big hit by Dominic Ketterer. Big spot here for Jabril Bowman. There goes the runner, as you're not going to get Dunkel. Snap throw to third base, not in time, as Valentin gets back in plenty of time. That one gets away from the pitcher, but Valentin decides to hold. So now runners at second and third. No force out in play here. And Jabril Bowman with a little bit of contact to put the Bulldogs ahead. That pitch is low and away for a ball. Vince Conroy trying to work himself out of a jam. And that one is low and away. Count now 3-0, I believe. Yes, it is. 3-0 to Jabril Bowman. And I have a feeling he'll be taking all the way with a base open. Oh, he swings at that one and misses. He got the green light. Nice breaking pitch by Conroy to get him to swing. Conroy sets, and the pitch inside for a ball. He walked him. So the bases are now loaded with Bulldogs, and that will bring up the third baseman, Eric Torres, who was retired on a humpback liner short his last time up and struck out back in the first. Makes his way back to the dugout after a conversation with Conroy. Probably just to settle down his pitcher, realizing there's only one out. Let's get the batter, possibly turn a double play. And the first pitch is a breaking pitch on the outside corner for a strike call. Again, Torres was retired on a humpback liner short his last time up and struck out back in the first. So that one's low and away for a ball. It's now 1-1. Bowman at first, Dunkel at second, and Valentin at third. No place to put the batter as he swings through that one. The big swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2 to Torres. Torres just looking to make some kind of contact to hopefully force a throw and possibly play to a run, and that one's thrown right behind him as he gets out of the way of it. It's now 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. High and away for a ball. It's now 3-2. And no place to put any Bulldogs, as Conroy will have to get right after Eric Torres on this 3-2 pitch. As Conroy sets, and the 3-2 pitch. Chopped slowly to third. It's going to be a tough play to get him. Here's the throw. Nice pick over at first base, and they do get him. but a run will score, and the Bulldogs have tied this one up 4-4. And here it is on the game-changer instant replay. Torres got out of the box quickly. Nice play over there at third base by Downing, and a nice pick at first base by Nick Merlino. The run does score, and we are knotted up here in the top of the fourth, 4-4. As Armando Bravo Velasco takes the first pitch, low it away for a ball. It's now 1-0 to him. There's a ball lifted to center field. Opportunity for Master to make the grab, and he does, and that will end the inning, but not before. The Bridgeton Bulldogs plate one on no hits, no errors, and 3 left. We will go to the bottom of the fourth with your score 4-4 here on BFA.
It's a perfect day for baseball and the perfect time to call our friends at Perfect Turf to get your yard in championship season form. That's right, Josh Walters and his team, the official landscapers of BFA Sports, are waiting for your call to tell you all about their spring mulch specials. So don't run out, grab those bags, grab the phone, call Josh and his team. They'll swing for the fences and make your yard look like the MVP.
All right, welcome back to this exciting baseball game as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Bridgeton Bulldogs played a run in the top of the fourth to tie this one up. And Nick Merlino will look to get things going for Atlantic City Vikings. Merlino making a nice pick over at first. Helping out his third baseman, Jacob Downing, on the slow roller in the last half. Cameron Dunkel back on the mound. Starts him off with a strike call. So I'm joined back in the booth by my brother from another, Doug Stasic.
I kind of liked it better inside.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out here. I like the way you stuck me out here in the cold in the typhoon winds.
Yeah. Well, if it were June, it'd be beautiful out here.
Dunkel comes back with another strike call. Merlino quickly 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch from Dunkel. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Merlino goes down on 3 pitches. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 20, Brendan Cahill. Cahill had an infield single back in the second and scored a run. Cameron Dunkel continues to work his way on the mound. That first offering's high for a ball. Coach Michael Villela has nothing but faith. Cameron Dunkel.
Yeah, this
one's
one
down 4-0.
This one's going to be far from over. It's going to be an entertaining ending, as it usually always is with this crew.
Cahill was hit by a pitch on that offering by Dunkel, so he gets a free pass over to first base, although it might not be a free pass if you get hit by the baseball.
Here he is. Look, it's the captain of the complaint department.
Oh, there he is, Mike Gill.
Mike Gill. I can't wait.
He's man with face for radio. That's why he's on radio. Oh, look at him.
He's never heard
like,
that
he doesn't
one before.
He doesn't like it. You know what?
Al worked on that all morning. He said he's been up
did.
since
Yep.
3:30, actually.
Yeah, I have been. And a first pitch to Anthony Torturo. Looks like it was a little bit inside for a ball. Again, runner at first base, and Brendan Cahill with one out. The man, the myth, the legend, of course in his own mind, but is joining us in the booth. Snap throw to first base, and he doesn't get him. As it gets wide of first baseman. No advancement by the runner. Looks like Cahill might have caught that one on the back. Unless Jabril Bowman stepped on him.
Well,
Jabril Bowman's a big young man.
dude, Bowman is an absolute
He's a
beast.
He is.
Look at him.
He's got to play football for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I would hope so. Looks like David Ortiz over there at first.
I mean, he's built like he's either a defensive end or an offensive lineman.
Or C, all the above.
All the above. Yeah, I'd agree. Oh, Torturo offered at that one. It looked like he looked to square to bunt, but missed it all the way. I believe the count is 2-1. But that one's ripped to left field, and that will fall for a base hit. Here comes Cahill going into third base as he had to hold up. He's going around third. He's going to score without a throw. And they almost got Torturo in a rundown, but Torturo gets back to second base. Another run scores for the Vikings. It's now 5-4.
Yeah, what a clutch piece of hitting right here. I mean, he was just waiting on it. Look, he sits on it, sees it come inside, and then turns.
So big spot for Torturo, as it's now a 5-4 ball game.
Great base running. Picked up his coach. See Bean working down the third base line. And man, the Vikings are, dare I say, threatening to open this one up.
And a dangerous hitter in Drew Storr is 2 for 2 today. Steps to the plate with a runner in scoring position at second base in Anthony Torturo. And Storr 2 for 2 with an RBI. Got things going back in the first as he had a one-out single to left. And then came up with a big single up the middle. Back in the second. Throw over to second base, not in time.
A little dangerous to not slide back into the bag, but
Yeah, big time. They usually yell, "Get dirty."
that's it.
Again, the dangerous Drew Storr at the plate. And there goes the runner. That pitch is popped up, third base side and out of play. As Torturo will have to retreat back to second base.
Ended up being a beautiful day. I mean, it is a little windy.
Well, beautiful for a polar bear.
Little
I mean, what?
windy.
Oh, yes.
Plumber called. He said he can get there between 11:30 and 12:30 today.
And that pitch is low and inside for a ball.
You hard of hearing, man? That's a loud ringtone.
Yeah, I am hard of hearing. I have bad eyesight. I'm failing.
Just like
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. Here comes the throw to third. It gets out to left field. But nice backup by the shortstop, Jorge Valentin. Does his job. That one could have been another run plated by the Vikings. Again, only one out. Runner at third base. A big spot for Drew Storr. And he lifts that one up to shallow left field, falling quickly. Oh, what a play by Valentine! What a grab!
And they're going to get him on the
Get
double
him on the
up.
double up. Oh, the throw gets by. Oh, man. They had him, I hate to use the word dead to rights, but they did have him dead to rights at third. Turturro gets back just in time.
Yeah, this is just a fantastic defensive play here. I mean, he gets underneath the ball, figures out, well, do I have a chance? And most people thought it was, but this is a shortstop going back with a backhand. And then a debate on whether or not he left early.
Well, no, I don't think that was the case. I think Turturro thought it was going to fall. Yeah, I think it was going to fall, and he tried to get a little. Yep.
No, I think he's looking at the coach saying, I thought there was 2 outs.
Yep. Good call on your part there, partner.
Partner.
So Storer is retired for the first time in this game. That'll bring up Augustine Lynch. That first pitch is low and away for a ball. Lynch is 1 for 1. He singled back in the first, walked in the second.
You guys can talk to each other through the headset, so if you want to call for the profile for like the lower third, you can just talk. You both got headsets on. You just got to pull your mic down. Sorry, I'm coaching here.
That's all right.
Production
All
team.
good. That ball's popped up second base side as Armando Bravo Velasco makes the grab to end inning. Not before the Vikings put 1 on the board on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. We will go to the top of the 5th inning with your score 5-4 Atlantic City here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Welcome back as we move to the top of the 5th inning. And Augustine Lynch now on the mound for the Vikings, number 13. He was retired last time back in the bottom of the 4th. Lynch now on the mound for the Vikings. The first batter he will face is number 15, Dominic Ketterer. Ketterer had a big hit back in the 2nd inning. I'm sorry, the 3rd inning, I should say. Had a big single that knocked in 3. It was a hard ground ball up the box. Would have played it 2, but it got by the center fielder, Matt Master, and another run scored. So that's a big moment for the Bridgeton Bulldogs, who knotted it up an inning ago. Now down 5-4. Count now 2-0 to Ketterer as he faces Augustine Lynch, who was playing shortstop earlier, as he fouls that one off. It's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch is high and inside for a ball. It's now 2-2 to Ketterer. Ketterer, just a sophomore, stand at 5'10", 145 for the Bridgeton Bulldogs. And a nice cut there as he fouls that one straight back. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out swinging. It's Ketterer chases some high cheddar for the first out of the top of the fifth. That'll bring up the left fielder Javier Reyes, who's struck out both times he's been at the plate. And the first offering from Lynch. On the outside corner for a strike call. You are watching game number 3 of this Coaches versus Cancer. And another big hack by Reyes. The count goes to 0-2. So I'm saying game number 3. But game number 1 on Saturday, game number 3 of this 2.5-day tournament. Brought to you by the Mainland Regional High School. Coaches versus Cancer. And a 1-2 pitch from Lynch. Low and away for a ball. It's now 2-2. And a 2-2 pitch. Low and away for a ball. It's now 3-2.
Trying to get the stream going there, partner, in the trailer, so you can watch the game inside the studio.
Oh, okay.
But we're a little
Swing and
far
a
from the
miss.
signal. Sorry to interrupt.
Struck him out. Sorry about that. I got you. The Wi-Fi wasn't kicking in?
A little too far. A little too far. We
Really?
gotta move the. Yeah, we got to figure between 2 walls and about 30 feet. The studio's about 40 feet big.
Yeah, well, no, this is definitely an impressive studio. I heard there was a lot of rumors going around. ESPN was watching us. Right?
Yeah,
They're nervous.
They're,
They should be nervous.
I would be.
I would. I'm calling them out. All in fun, ESPN, all in fun. All right, Luis Rivera now at the plate with 2 outs after back-to-back strikeouts from Augustine Lynch. Doing a nice job on the mound for the AC Vikings. Rivera grounded out third to first back in the 2nd inning. Oh. You're good. Oh, that one's popped up to the second baseman. Brendan Cahill makes the grab. And that will end the inning. 1-2-3. Well, the Bridgeton Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th inning. We will move to the bottom of the 5th with your score 5-4 Atlantic City here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Trina Lisko, a provider here at Premier Orthopedic Associates. I love that we get to watch these athletes play again. There is nothing better than being able to participate in an activity that you love. However, I know that COVID has us all a little less active than we would like, especially if weather conditions don't allow us to get outside and we've been restricted from the gym. Now is the time to consider some cross-training. Consider body-weighted activities, which are my favorite. Do timed interval repetitions with a little rest in between to help keep your heart rate up and activate your cardiovascular system. We can all stay healthy and active during this time. Remember to start slow and work technique before progressing to higher repetitions. Slow and steady will do the job.
back to action here in the bottom of the fifth as the Atlantic City Vikings come to bat. 5-4 lead over the Bridgeton Bulldogs for BFA Sports. Doug Stasic joined by my brother from another, Al Fisher, who had to step away. He'll be back momentarily. We got a good one here as we start off this frame with Matt Master. Master 1 for 2 with a double. Struck out looking in his last at bat. And he flies that one foul on the right side. A little windy, a little cool today, but a beautiful setting for the debut of the BFA mobile studio, the RK Auto Group mobile studio, that is. Another foul ball straight back to the screen. Now 1-2 to Master. For you folks patiently waiting, the Holy Spirit Spartans and the Cherokee Chiefs have arrived. They are stretching things out onto New Road. Just misses a vehicle. And he gets them to go. It'll be strike 3 called. So Dunkel continuing to deal. Keep the Bulldogs in this one. 2 outs now in the bottom of the fifth. And for Atlantic City, it'll bring up Oldest Zapata. Was the starting pitcher. Moved over to shortstop in this one. He is 1 for 2. And that one is grounded over to the third base side, and it's going to be a tough play. Dunkel can't get him from the pitcher's mound on the third base side, so an infield single for Zapata keeps the Vikings alive here in the fifth. Jacob Downing 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Retired in both the first and the third innings via strikeout. He'll step to the plate. I want to thank Boca Coal-Fired Bistro, one of our many sponsors of Coaches versus Cancer. And that one checks the runner over at third. Bauman can't make the tag as let's see who we got here. All right, so after a meeting of the minds, Dunkel will go back to the mound. Coach Filella confident in the defensive alignment that he now has. And now batting for Atlantic City is the aforementioned called for a strike to number 22. That's Alex Buckby. That ball in the dirt is going to give an opportunity for Zapata to move over to third. And he will, as Downing moves up to second. So now Buckby has an opportunity to knock in 2 with a single. That ball's in the dirt. Good dirt read. Here comes Zapata. He's going to come home. Not going to get a throw. And the Vikings add their 6th run of the contest here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs on the board. So advantageous running. Good dirt ball read by Zapata, no hesitation, and that will allow Downing to move over to third. Two balls and one strike is the count, and the offering is fouled straight back into the screen. Now 2-2 to Alex Buckby. And there's a grounder. Goes up the middle, just past the outstretched reach of the second baseman, Velasco. Another RBI for Atlantic City Vikings. So an RBI up the middle for the pinch hitter, Buckby. Another run on the board. Now 7-4, Atlantic City. And we get to the 9-hole hitter, and then Cahill. Cahill reached on an infield single and scored, and was hit by a pitch in his last at bat, as Dunkel, taking no chances, and checks the runner in Buckby over at first. And another check down to first base as he goes to Buckby again. And on deck for game number 2 is Mike Gill, and it looks like he's going to pinch hit a little bit here late in this one. So Mike Gill, welcome to the RK Auto Group mobile studio.
I'm doing my warm-ups.
Yeah, man. Well, it's good time to stretch out.
All these Holy Spirit guys behind us, they're warming up for their game. I'm warming up for the second game.
Yeah, I got to get the reps in. A little bit of familiarity. This Atlantic City crew showing a little fight early in this 2022 campaign.
Cahill played for me in Ventnor last year. He's a very scrappy player. You can play him all over the place. Puts the ball in play a lot. Hustles.
Takes a pitch there. No balls, 2 strikes. Umpire is calling, and got the side-by-side look. And he lifts that one to the shortstop. That's going to be a can of corn for Valentine, and that will end the frame, but not before Atlantic City adds. And we head to the top of the 6th. You're watching BFA Sports live coverage of the Coaches vs. Cancer Classic here from Mainland Regional High School.
All right, top of the 6th. Mike Gill filling in for Doug and Al as Valentine steps to the plate to lead things off for the Bulldogs. Atlantic City 7, Bridgeton 4. Pitches in there for a called strike. Lynch on the mound, pitches upstairs. Ball 1. Remember last year Atlantic City and Bridgeton led this Saturday off. Atlantic City had a late lead, and Bridgeton came back and won that game on a home steal of home by Cameron Dunkel. Pitches inside. Top of the order for Bridgeton, Valentine. As Lynch bounced ones up there. Valentine has struck out twice. He's been hit by a pitch. Marshawn Green waits on deck. As Valentine walks. And here comes the catcher, Marshawn Green. Green walked, scored a run, and struck out. Lynch's pitch is off the plate, ball one. We'll have Holy Spirit and Cherokee coming up next. Lynch's pitch, runner goes. Store, no throw. Stolen base for Jorge Valentine. The Spartans, who won against Middle yesterday. Very young Spartans team. They will throw Jake Logic. And that one's over for a called strike. 1-1 to Cam Dunkel. Augustine Lynch in relief. Oldest Zapata started the game for Atlantic City. 7-4 Vikings. Up and in. Atlantic City opened the season yesterday at home with a loss against Pleasantville. Mike McGarry, who will call game 2 today with me. He was covering that game. Greyhounds beat Atlantic City 7-3 yesterday in the opener. Greyhounds went 0-13 last year, so they were able to get off the schneid already this season. Ball's in the dirt. For ball 4, and now the bases are loaded with Bulldogs. And here comes Bowman. Bowman's walked a couple of times today in a big spot here for Bridgeton. They trail 7-4. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 6th. Best scoring chance for Bridgeton in a while. And Lynch just struggling to find the strike zone. And that pitch is way upstairs. Ball 2. 2-0 to Bowman. Eric Torres waits on deck. The Bulldog third baseman. And Lynch delivers. And that one is over for a called strike. 1-2, he looked to be taking all the way. Bases loaded with Bulldogs. The pitch. Inside. Ooh, he calls that a strike. He got a little help from the home plate umpire on that one. So we're 2-2 with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Lynch trying to get out of a jam. 7-4, he leads it. The Bulldogs have the bases loaded on walks. And Lynch's pitch swung on, hit down the third base side, and it's foul.
Well, sorry to leave you hanging there, Mike Gill, but hopefully this maiden voyage isn't like the Titanic. You know how that one ended. So the maiden voyage of the mobile studio, a couple little technical challenges, hiccups.
I've already seen the iceberg. It's pretty big.
Always an exciting one.
Sitting here hanging out with my girlfriend's son. We're trying to enjoy the game, and I'm thrown into the mix here, Logan.
Maybe we could have Logan color commentate for it. Like, Logan, you want to jump in?
Trying to get the lineups for Game 2. I'm talking to the Holy Spirit coaches to figure out who's playing.
Inside information always.
Big spot here, Bowman. Lynch's pitch. And that one is, just a little high. So the runners will be off.
Well, you get the bird's eye view from the center field camera.
Jabril Bowman. Full count. Here's the pitch from Lynch. Swung on. Popped foul. The 3-2. And he got him. Backwards K. Lynch, big spot as Bowman goes down looking for the second out of the inning. And the bases are still loaded with Bulldogs, and that'll bring up Eric Torres, the third baseman. He struck out, lined out, and grounded out. Up and in. See if Lynch can wiggle his way out of the inning here. Downstairs.
So patiently awaiting the delivery of those lineups for the next one. Should be a real good one. Cherokee and Holy Spirit.
Augustine Lynch delivers. Big spot for Torres, base hit, and we would have at least a two-run ball game. Lynch's pitch, and that one is over for a called strike. I love an umpire who still wears the blazer.
You don't see that every day.
No. I feel like it's 1978, Cowboy
Patch.
Joe West back
Just
there.
missing the big gladiator shield protector. Remember that?
Yeah.
The two leg guards.
The handheld.
Yeah.
Pitch is down in the dirt. Small backstop here at Mainland, so no ability for the runner, although that was ball 4, so a run has come home on the bases loaded walk.
Showing a little bit of patience are the Bulldogs. That's how it ended last year.
Yeah, Dunkel stole home.
It
was one of the more exciting moments of the tournament, to be honest with you.
Showed up on our highlight video for the tournament.
Some bullpen action for Atlantic City.
Number 15.
It's Zach Dinter warming up in the Vikings bullpen.
But this is what you expect out of Coach Bean and Villela. I mean, these guys have to be fundamental lemonade makers. So whatever lemons you're given, you really got to squeeze every last ounce to just get that juice.
Well, these two programs, it's no secret that they have, struggled over the last couple of years. Atlantic City, I don't know that there's a school in South Jersey, baseball-wise, that gets hit harder by that pitch is
the parochials and privates.
That gets hit harder by the it's slipping my mind.
The
choice
school
schools,
district,
yes.
yeah.
There is so much talent that is eligible to play for Atlantic City, and for whatever reasons they choose not to go there. And
but it's amazing, right? Because
but for Coach Bean to be able to look, it's an uphill battle for him to field a team, and for him to put out a product is just a testament to Coach Bean and the passion he has for his program. I give him so much credit. I coach Ventnor, which is the feeder for Atlantic City, and he'll call me every year. Hey, you got anybody for me? I say, Coach, I'm sorry to tell you, I just don't. I mean, there's a few kids that are out here that did play for me, but most of the players that I have had over the years, for whatever reason, have gone to St. Augustine or Spirit or even Ocean City.
He was pretty happy with the numbers of tryouts that he had this year. It was like 30, 35 plus, something like that.
That's awesome.
So, varsity and a JV team. But
and I know Villela the passion he has for not only baseball, sports in general. I mean, he is one of the great fans of our area.
Oh, 19 years and counting.
He has been featured in the paper for his Eagles fandom. Another walk, by the way, makes this should be a 7-6 game. And Dinter is going to come in relief here for Atlantic City. So we have a pitching change at Mainland.
Yeah, so they're going to go to the bullpen, and we're going to go to a break. Be sure to check us out on Venmo, Mainland Baseball-ZVC. Make a donation. We'll be back.
All right, pitching change. Dinter's in, and here we go. Back to live action. 7-6. We've got a one-run game. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 6th. So a big spot in this ball game as Dinter facing Ketterer. Dominic Ketterer, the second baseman. Should be the center fielder. We'll have Holy Spirit and Cherokee up next, 2 well-respected programs. I'll have the call with Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City, up and away. As we'll bring you all the action today here on the BFA live stream on YouTube.
And on Game Changer.
I need one of these nice Game Changer hats. My hair's getting blown out of proportion.
That's what they're here for, buddy.
Not yet. My hair still looks good. Those of us who still have hair.
It's a big strikeout to get things started.
Second out. Here comes Reyes.
It's going to be interesting, too, man, time frame wise. So last night, it was a 3-hour window between games 1 and 2. The rest of the way, 2.5. It's going to put some pressure on the grounds crew.
Mainland's up to the challenge. Ball's down low for Dinter.
So we got 2 quick outs, which is great.
Dinter's pitch swung on and missed. Reyes, the number 8 hole hitter. The pitch inside. The wind picks up a notch here.
Sails in like a pirate.
Without the wind, we're not bad. The wind is definitely a factor today. Dinter leans in for the sign from Storr. The pitch swung on and gets out of the inning as Dinter pumps his fist as he runs off the field, and the Vikings hold a 1-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Atlantic City 7 and Bridgeton 6 on BFA Sports.
Dr. Trina Lisco, a provider here at Premier Orthopedic Associates. I love that we get to watch these athletes play again. There is nothing better than being able to participate in an activity that you love. However, I know that COVID has us all a little less active than we would like, especially if weather conditions don't allow us to get outside and we've been restricted from the gym. Now is the time to consider some cross training. Consider body-weighted activities, which are my favorite. Do timed interval repetitions with a little rest in between to help keep your heart rate up and activate your cardiovascular system. We can all stay healthy and active during this time. Remember to start slow and work technique before progressing to higher repetitions. Slow and steady will do the job.
Bottom of the 6th here in Mainland. It is a 7-6 Viking lead as they come to bat. And on the hill for the Bulldogs of Bridgeton is Marshawn Green. So a little bit of fun on this Saturday morning. So we got an all-star cast all day long. My brother from another, Al Fisher, had started this one. Had to take care of some business, so he had to step aside. I came in the pinch hit, then I was replaced by Mike Gill, and now I've re-entered the game. Usually a substitute can't re-enter the game, but that's not the case here on BFA. And here in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be the leadoff hitter and the leadoff hitter of the lineup, Anthony Totoro, as he lets the first pitch from Green go by. Totoro, 1 for 3 on the early morning with a double, and his last at bat in the 3rd. So the Vikings thought they had a comfortable lead, and it just got to be a little uncomfortable.
No lead is comfortable when these two teams play each other.
Isn't that the truth?
These are some of the more entertaining games of the coaches versus cancer. You know, most of these games are highlighted by some of the high-level programs. I think both of these teams understand where they are, but they're scheduled in this tournament every year for this reason, because they always put on a fun game.
Entertaining at its best, and always the 9 a.m. Saturday. So 1-1 count. We got a new scorekeeper, as that one is peppered, just falls before the dirt of the infield, and it's going to be an infield hit. So a circus-like single for Totoro. It'll be his 2nd hit of the day.
And the wind, you know, it just kind of makes it like a knuckleball as you see it just kind of bounce in front of the cutout in front of second. And it was just hit so softly that the second baseman really couldn't make a play on it.
Kind of gives a new definition of the seeing eye single. Can't say I've seen that one before. The swinging bunt, it's neither. Green's first pitch. That one misses. Throw down to second base, and in there is Totoro. He is guilty of thievery.
See Coach Bean getting aggressive. He wants to get a guy in scoring position with his top of the order. He knows this is the last time his top of the order's up. Needs a little insurance. This is his guy right here, 4-year starter. Hit .417 last year, Drew Storr.
Storr 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. He has been hot. Coming off a 2 for 3 performance last night. So Green steps off, chases Totoro back with a look. We all know that look. One where sometimes your mom thinks that you did something wrong. And you're like, all right, I got to go back. That one up and away, out of the zone. Now 2-0, I believe is the count. And it is windy. And that one misses. So 3-0. The question is, the hottest hitter on the team in Drew Storr, do you make him take here, Mike Gill, or do you let him swing away?
Probably in this spot I'm letting him take. I would probably have a take sign on here.
That ball is up and out of the zone. Now make that 3-1. So the first pitch must have been a called strike on the stolen base execution of Totoro on the first pitch, the at bat. I always struggled with the whole Sesame Street thing. You make me count higher than 3, and I gotta call my friend the count.
That Holy Spirit?
Yeah, it did. And that is ball 4. So to err is human, to recover is divine, Mike Gill. And
the story of Howie Roseman.
Yeah, well, you're the one that gets the Christmas cards from Howie Roseman, not me. All right, so we got runners at first and second. Green going to talk it up with his catcher. And oddly enough, the catcher, Dunkel. Is that Dunkel? It is.
Dunkel is the catcher, yeah.
So he pitched.
Yep. They had a battery switch. The catcher went to the mound. The pitcher went to the catcher spot.
All right, away we go. So after a knuckleball single and a walk, we got runners at first and second with nobody out. And Augustine Lynch. Is it Augustine?
Believe so.
Augustine Lynch. 1 for 2 with a walk on the early Saturday morning.
Yeah, Lynch.
Baseball brunch.
Going to bunt. You can see Coach Bean is definitely trying to scratch another run out here. And look, he understands he's light on the pitching. So if he can extend this lead a little bit, he's going to have to face the top of the Bridgeton lineup in the top half of the 7th.
Put pressure on the defense. Make them make a play.
Smart baseball.
And he does square again.
Yep.
He's going to try to get it down.
And if you look at the defense that Bridgeton's playing, the third baseman doesn't appear that he's charging on a bunt here. So he's going to hold. They're going to try to get the force. That means Green's going to have to field his position and get off that mound. So if you can push it, last night we saw Brandon Sharkey's bunt was a key play in that game. He pushed that bunt past the pitcher, so there was no play.
Yeah, that was a big-time bunt in a big-time spot last night for Mr. Sharkey. You know, we heard the elder statesman, Mr. Kern, talk about how they were pulled. That one goes up and over his head. It's tough to bunt that one down when it's coming right at your noggin. So Mr. Kern Sr. was talking about he's been helping the Mainland kids get down their bunts, and during the spring training, winter workout type of scenario, he said, you're not going to believe how a game is going to come down to a bunt. And it did last night. And he pulls back, offering back, and that one misses. And you can hear Coach Brent Bean barking out. It sounds like an area code, but it's just his signs to determine what they're going to try to do here offensively. And he does get that one down. Green going to charge. Doesn't have much of a play, and now the bases are loaded.
Safe at first, great bunt. Green got off the mound nicely, but The bunt just died, and Green had to get too far off the mound, and good hustling down the line by Lynch. You see the hustle all over the place. The bunt, even at this level, Doug, they just don't defend it all that much, and chaos happens. Bunting, I know in the era of launch angle and all these swings, the bunt still causes chaos at the high school level.
Yeah, let me tell you, I was down in North Carolina watching NC State play Notre Dame, and Coach Avent, the head coach, or someone on the staff must have recognized that they saw the pitcher on video was struggling with fielding his bunts. Left-handed pitcher. They dropped 3 bunts in a row and scored 2 runs and said, you know what, we're just going to keep doing it until you can defend.
Last night we had a ring ceremony for the Atlantic Shore baseball team. That World Series was won. Really, if you look back at the keys of that season, there were 3 or 4 bunts that were laid down that were definitively the moments that changed our season.
It's the little things, as a coach once told me, Andy Slade somewhere. 1 for 3 was Matt Masters so far on the day. He popped up into foul territory over to first base, and he's going to bunt. That ball's popped up and into the screen, though. Can't get it down.
This is Matt Masters. His brother Ryan pitched in the game here last year, had a no-hitter when they took him out of the game. He's now pitching at ACCC, and both of his sisters are pitching collegiately softball. So a lot of baseball, softball in the Master bloodline.
Coach Velarde enjoying to have the older Master on the team. He's come in a couple of good spots early on as a freshman up there, doing a nice job. And Green's pitch there misses up and in. Look, Mike Gill, it's Barista's Coffee House.
Had breakfast there the other day. They have a huge coffee mug. It's almost too heavy for me to carry.
That's saying something.
It's big, man. Right there in Linwood and Central Square. They make a great breakfast sandwich.
I've seen you sport your BFA hoodie there a few times and some selfies that you've clicked and posted. It's usually your choice of places after a long night, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have too many of those.
Oh, no. And that ball's fouled back into the top of the screen. You had a long trip to Clearwater, speaking of baseball. Some good spring training.
I might have a long day down there.
Well, if you tie them all together, that makes for a long week. 3 balls now and 2 strikes is Logan Manning right on point with the scoreboard. Good job by him. And that's ball 4. So that will walk in a run. And there is the insurance that Coach Bean was looking for. Not 100% sure if he got that from McMahon Insurance with locations all throughout Cape May County, most notably the one in Ocean City. I want to thank Bill McMahon and the McMahon family, sponsors again of Mainland's Coaches versus Cancer. As now Atlantic City leads 8-6. So you just want to add that run on the board. So I gave you some credit, Logan, and you haven't had to do that one yet, as that ball misses up in the corner of the zone. And having Logan on board reminds me of what we do with Rowan University. So we have the Blue Coats Broadcast
I told him
Academy.
I'd pay him $20 a game. So
all right, it's coming out of your pay, though. As the Cherokee Chiefs make their way across the studio, and another bunt gets it down. And that one is foul? Yes. Yeah. So here comes the Chiefs. It ain't easy being cheesy. Where's he at?
Brett Bean, the third base coach and the manager of Atlantic City.
Southpaw Shane Sachs, I see him. What's up there, buddy?
He is really trying to scratch another run out here any way he can. He's got the middle of his order, be damned. Get a bunt down, right? Get a bunt down. Middle of the order, I don't care. Get a bunt down.
Don Patrizzi walked by the booth, didn't even say hello. Where's he at? All right, so Master trying to be the master of the base running as Jackson – 2 balls and 2 strikes. Is that what I'm hearing maybe now? got distracted by, swing and a miss on the drop, third strike. Base is going to be open, and now they got 2 runners in a rundown. And heads-up play by Dunkel as he's able to tag out the runner from third.
Now we have chaos. We got a runner running off the field.
All right, so Master moves into second. Lynch is now over at third. Storr ended up getting tug out. And after all that, I believe we got 1 out. And now timeout is called on the field. And looks like we're going to have
I'm not sure what we've got going on at this point.
All right, so we got
a pinch runner. It looks like.
now what happened is they put the runner on to load the bases to get the force out.
Okay.
So intentional walk. So Barr now. Yes.
Barry.
So Zapata is over at first on the intentional walk. You got
Jake Downing, by the way, is the hitter.
You got Master at second base as Jacob Downing comes in. And a called strike. As they always say with Bridgeton Atlantic City, it's always something, Mike Gill. And a swing and a miss. Good encouragement from the Bulldog outfield. You can hear him all the way from where we're sitting. Swing and a miss. Green gets him out swinging to end the Vikings' threat, but not before they pick up another run. And the wind is howling. It is 8-6 as we get ready to head to the top of the 7th. The Bulldogs down to their final 3 outs. See if they can rally yet again here at Coaches versus Cancer.
It's a perfect day for baseball and the perfect time to call our friends at Perfect Turf to get your yard in championship season form. That's right, Josh Walters and his team, the official landscapers of BFA Sports, are waiting for your call to tell you all about their spring mulch specials. So don't run out and grab those bags. Grab the phone, call Josh and his team. They'll swing for the fences and make your yard look like the MVP.
Give me the frame. And we're back here at Coaches versus Cancer. Another classic, no pun intended, as the Bulldogs down to their final 3 outs in the top of the 7th. First pitch is the called strike. As we're back to the top of the order, according to the book. Number 17 steps in. I think we have a 1 strike on the batter. It's Luis Rivera. I think that's... Luis Rivera ended the last frame, I believe. And that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So ice in his veins for the relief pitcher. He struck out Dwayne Small. And back to the top of the lineup, and it is Jorge Valentin, number 3. Valentin got on base the hard way. If this were the hard rock, they say the hard way, and that's getting hit. I guess the hard way is usually like, what's that, 2 4s? Isn't that the hard way?
I don't gamble.
That's on the craps table, man.
I do play craps, but it's been a while.
Yeah, well, the hard way is
2 hard 4. That would be 2 2s. The hard 4.
The hard 4. Yeah, the hard way is doubles.
Yeah.
Well, we never make it easy here at
Again,
BFA,
Holy
do we,
Spirit.
Mike? Yeah,
that's twice now.
They didn't let me.
It's apparent.
Do many things there.
It's apparent.
I took a lot of hits at Holy Spirit as a football player, and I was also telling your significant other's son. Most people don't know. I was a crew guy.
That shows too.
Yeah. Well, crew guys. The big thing about them is they're always going backwards. It says a lot about me.
Now I'm learning.
You didn't realize that, did you? I just said that. Say, you Mainland guys. There's a nice swing and a foul tip strike as Green trying to keep the hopes of the Bridgeton faithful going.
Yeah, Atlantic City, trying to pick up their first win. They lost to Pleasantville yesterday.
And there's a grounder going to get hit over to short. Zapata able to get it over to first, and they got him. Nice play by Zapata, staying down on the baseball.
Oldest is a guy who's worked really hard. I had him. He played center field for me. We've had him at short. We pitched him a lot. Nice kid, but forget the fact that he's such a nice kid. He wants to be a good player. He's working hard all the time. He was a kid at 13 years old, was so raw for me, and now he's starting shortstop playing varsity baseball. It's a testament to his work ethic.
So after they retire Valentin, it's going to bring up Marshawn Green.
Dinter's coming in and doing a nice job here. Just, Atlantic City has struggled with some walks, and Dinter just keeping the ball around the plate. In games like this, let him put it in play. No walks, man.
That pitch just misses on the outside corner, and again, on deck is the Holy Spirit Spartans and Cherokee Chiefs. Mike Gill will be calling play-by-play, and Mike McGarry. I see him in the warm-up circle on deck. He'll be ready to join for game number 2 is Matt Ulmer.
Matt Ulmer had to make a house call to my house this week.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Did a nice job with Ulmer's appliance fixing my dryer. I came back from Clearwater, did the wash, went to put it in the dryer, no spin.
Whoa.
Called Matt Ulmer, took care of it in one call. He did it all.
I feel like we're in rented territory. Matt Ulmer pretty much does everything over here at Mainland from a broadcasting standpoint. Surprised we're not paying him rent.
You didn't know that he's actually taken over the channel and airing this game.
Oh, okay. The Cape Atlantic League Live. Do a lot of work in tandem during basketball season. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that will be the exclamation point on this one. Another entertaining ball game, but this time it's the Vikings who are able to sink the hopes of the Bridgeton Bulldogs and the door. 8-6 is your final. And 3 more here to come from Mainland. But for now, I want to thank our crew, our producer today, Dave Virgilio, Josh Davidson, waking up from the hangover. He jumped on the switcher. Our scoreboard operator, at least for the second half of the game, none other than Logan Manning making his pro appearance. So good luck to him in his career. And Mike Gill, man of many talents, who ended up pinch hitting. Al Fisher started this one, so we got them all in.
I thought you said there was no water in that toilet.
Oh, boy. He just reminded me. Well,
Isn't that where Al's been?
No. He was at
I'll
the.
tell you,
he was there earlier.
If you're coming by today, the camper is awesome out here in center field. It's truly a pretty cool sight to do these games this season.
Well, we got some cool giveaways for the weekend too. You got some RK Subaru headphones that you might have a chance to win. And
by the way, I opened mine up the other night. They're really cool.
All right. Well, That'll do it for now. We're about to hit the proverbial mute button and reset. Want to thank our friends at Game Changer. Be sure to download gc.com. We'll be back. Game number 2, Cherokee, Holy Spirit, coming up next here on BFA.